What do your spirit guides need you to hear right now? Today we have a pick a pile, so see which one out of these 3 options calls for you the most. This is going to be pile 1. This is going to be pile 2. And then we have pile 3. Whichever one you feel most called to, you will find the timestamps in the comments. If you feel called to more than one, trust your intuition and take however much time you need to figure it out. Alrighty, I'll see you in your reading. Hi there and welcome to your reading, pile 1. This is going to be the reading for anyone who picked this beautiful card, Nourish Your Body. So your spirit guides might be wanting you to take care of your vessel a bit better. You might be feeling that, it could help you shift whatever is going on, even mentally, by focusing on your body and seeing that it is a divine vehicle for your soul. The 4 of Staffs. Yeah, there's some sort of reaching a threshold that's happened. Your spirit guides want to congratulate you for where you are at in this point. There is reason for celebration. Why are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? What's going on? Pile number 1. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Okay. Let me just put them down and I'll get to you guys in 2 seconds. Oh, wow. That is very interesting. Now, what do we have here? We have a lot of reverse energy. You might be feeling like you're being pulled into your mind, like your mind is kind of taking over. Because there's just a lot that your soul or your spirit guides are trying to get you to work through. And this is something to do with a lack of confidence that is coming up. The sun speaks of happiness, of joy, of allowing your inner kid to come out and play. And this is blocked. So there's something that is blocking this joy. But we had the card for celebration. So, I understand. There's movement out of this. Okay. You were in this energy. You were in this energy of lacking confidence to shine. And with the 4 of Swords in reverse here, you might have been really not allowing yourself to rest as much as you need. And your spirit guides are reminding you with the Nourish the Temple card as well. You need to take care of that body of yours. It is very, very precious. It is what allows you to perceive this world in this state. With the 9 of Cups here in reverse, there was, you weren't believing that you could actually have a emotionally fulfilling life, a joyous life. This was also in reverse, you see. And there's a celebration because now there's movement out of this energy, out of this. It just feels really heavy, like you're trotting through mud. But now you've made it out of the mud and you're moving forward with the Chariot here. And this has come from deep introspection. The spirit guides are very proud of you for having gone within and having faced the self. You've got the hermit who finds in himself all that is and is therefore forever cared for, forever nourished, even in his solitude. With the moon also coming out in reverse. This was an emotional matter. You might have had to go really deep into your emotions. Not just the stuff that you would first think of, but the stuff that needs you to go really deep. The stuff that mirrors, the stuff that is mirrored in other people. You started to perceive the stuff in yourself that you saw mirrored in others. You recognized now in yourself. Things that were triggering, you recognized them in yourself and you worked on it. That is so beautiful. I'm so happy for you that you've managed to get out of this state. What do you guys want let pile 1 know? Ten of Coins in reverse. Why is it coming out in reverse? Why is it out in reverse? Explain, please. Is this a prospect? I'm going to explain. This card is very ambiguous in how it can be understood. Okay. There might have been some sort of an ending of an established home. The Ten of Coins speaks of reaching a level of material comfort that allows for you to take care of other people as well. It can speak of community, but it is a very superficial type of community. This is in reverse, so it might have been, you might have been in a group of people. This could be a work situation as well, or a relationship, a family situation that didn't turn out as you hoped for, or in some way was not exactly what you saw it to be in the beginning. It came out in the other way. Like, it might have gone exactly the opposite way of what you expected. So if this was a job opportunity, you might have thought it was going to be amazing, and then you get there and it's not that kind of stuff. Or a relationship, it might have been someone you really believed to be building something with, and then it turns out you were never, you know. The Five of Cups, why am I saying that? You got the Five of Cups, emotional pain, like really deep sense of loss and pain, and not knowing what to do. Your spirit guides are proud of you for having gone through all of this. Is this done? Is this really done? Because we've reached the threshold. The first card being the Four of Staves. Is this finished? Are we entering the time? Interesting. See how that jumped out? The Shah of Cups and the Shah of Coins in reverse. Yeah. It is done. It is done, but only if you recognize the material world for what it is. If you recognize the superficial for what it is. Why am I saying this? Look, you got two kings. And the one that comes upright is the emotions. It's the one that goes deep. It's the one that tries to understand things below the surface, like the moon that we had coming out. With the other king being the one of coins that we were talking about. These coins, there seems to be this focus on the material. We also had the Nine of Cups, but to me it's a little bit of a material energy, that one. And I think your spirit guides are just letting you know, go deep, stay in the deep. Stay in the deep, don't go into the shallow, because that is where, I'm seeing it. The shallow is where you will find the things to not be exactly as you need them to be. In the material world, it might not be exactly as you need it to be right now, but you've learned enough to step into a version of yourself that can handle this better and that can recognize these issues in the first place. The fact that we're able to talk about this right now is because there's some part of you that is recognizing this in yourself. And I think you're connecting with your emotions more. You're maturing. Yeah, you're maturing. And that's going to bring the change. I keep wanting to get you some oracle cards, but I'm being called to continue with the tarot. What's the next step, dear guides? What's the next step? For pile number one, what are they? Nine of Swords. You have to deal with your anxiety. You have to recognize your anxiety. That's the first step. You are stuck in your head. You need to recognize that you're stuck in your head to get out of it. And one way of trying to get this thing here, to change direction, is to change however you're feeling in your body. So if you know that your routines or your intake of food or drinks is maybe not the best, maybe try and find something that works for you better. exercise, you know, it can help you change the emotional state you're in. But yeah, I'm very sorry to say that it just seems like you're in a place right now where you're not feeling very good, and your spirit guides want you to know that you, through all this, you've already achieved some sort of win. You have reached some sort of state of I'm okay. And I think it's more you've learned the ability to how to get to that place. How do they get to this place? Ay. Sweetheart, I'm feeling like crying. You're gonna be okay. I am so sorry that you're not feeling good. If you are feeling good, maybe this is not your pile, because I just feel someone who's really overwhelmed right now. And you might be struggling to get out of the water right now of the emotion, because the mind is racing and it's literally, look, you're spiraling. But we have here, message of guidance, you, okay, and the burden of tears. What I am sensing here is your spirit guides want you to let it out. Let it out if you're not feeling good, if you need to cry, have a good cry. Do whatever you need to do right now to get yourself into a better place. That is what Spirit wants you to know. That's what your guides want you to know. They really, really wanted you to hear this, I'm sensing. You really deserve to look after yourself. And they want you to look after yourself. They want you to recognize that they're there, that they're taking care of you, that you're their sole focus. Yes, and they're going to be with you when you cry. They're going to be right there holding you, even if it's not in the 3D. They are there. They're always there. Okay, pile 1, I feel I'm going to have to let you go now. And I'm going to let you go with guidance from this very special deck. It means a lot to me. The grandfathers, the star. Oh, wow. Look at this. Can you see it okay? In this representation of the tarot cards, this is the star. Seen here is the grandfathers. Again, guidance, trusting that those who give guidance are coming from a place of having fought through what they're saying. Yes, and what I'm hearing is to be discerning with guidance as well. Discern where you get your guidance, because people always want to help. The intention can be good. And in Portuguese, there is a saying, the road to hell is paved with good intention. I don't know if this is an English saying as well, or in other languages. But in that sense, people have a lot of good intention, but they might not have the experience to give you the guidance that you need. So you're being asked to trust the people that you feel know what they're talking about. Does that make sense? To really allow yourself to shine. Maybe talking to people who are there to boost you up and to remind you of how capable you are and how beautiful you are and how talented you are and important in this world. You might feel like you're not important, and you're just as important as everyone else. We're all equal. We are all equal. We are all the same. We are all the same. Okay, I'm being called to look into the book and see if there's a message here for you. Here's the card speaking. We are a new hope within you. The old pattern of interference have been broken. and you have reached a new level of communication with the ancestral energy of self. Of course, As a result, you can now experience renewed health and vitality. Through meditation, you have found your roots, your source of cosmic nourishment. It is your destiny to carry on from where we have led you, to drink from the waters of earth, and now from those of the heavens as well. You are able to take our highest vision and bring it into reality. I'm just seeing if there's anything else you're meant to hear. Do you know the struggles of your ancestors? That's a good question. Maybe worth looking into how far your people came to get you to where you are now. That can be very enlightening as well. And maybe talking to family members. But again, be discerning, right? Because people have good intentions, but they might not be capable of being the guide that you need them to be. But your spirit guides are. And your spirit guides are also your ancestors. It's the group of souls that just continues to come back into each other's lives. Yeah, and I'm feeling called to say maybe you and I were also part of that group. If you feel this is true, then let me know. But this work is very much a soul calling. And I want you to listen to your soul calling and trust in it and know that you are cared for and that your guides are always there. And if you want to, there is some meditations on here where you can connect with them. I can link them in the description box. But anyway, Pal 1, this is your reading. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was okay, and I hope you feel better. I'll see you very soon, okay? Maybe there is a message in another pile. Check out. Okay, bye-bye. Hi there, and welcome to your reading, Pile 2. This is going to be the reading for anyone who felt most called to this card. Connect with fire. And let's see what your spirit guides need you to hear right now. The Connect with Fire card is already telling me that this is some sort of a release for the sake of growth. Because the fire burns away, and out of that which is burned, it's like a new canvas. It's a blank canvas that allows for something new to come. But let us see. What do your spirit guides need you to hear? For Pile 2. Pile 2 spirit guides. Oh, no way. The sun upright. Yeah. Okay, so if you felt called to the first reading, Pile number 1, there might be a message there for you because this card came out as well. Just in that card, in that pile, it came out upside down. But maybe if you feel called to it, go check it out. What is this talking about? This is a very positive card, and obviously with the Connect with Fire, the sun coming out is very fitting. The sun speaks of joy. It speaks of living, letting your light shine, but very much connected to your inner kid. It's like the things that make when you were a kid, that made you like super happy, and allowing those things to come back, that sensation that you felt as a child when you were genuinely happy, for that to come back. And you can see in this card illustration there is actually 2 children there. So yeah, your spirit guides are kind of telling you like, well done. Like there's something there that they're very proud of. What are they proud of? I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling like I'm feeling their energy. It's like a proud mama bear who is kind of seeing someone who worked through a lot and they did a lot, and you just watched them do it. You didn't even have to do that much, but like they just fucking rocked it, and you're just proud of it. The Wally in reverse. Okay, yeah, you definitely should watch Pile 1 if you felt called to it. We've got the Chariot in reverse. There was a sort of a block that you had. There was a lack of movement. And they're very proud of you because you persisted through this lack of movement. What was going on for this lack of movement? And I'm feeling that this which we are now laying cards on is connected to the fire, to the release. What was the lack of movement? What was going on? Give me a second. These cards just happen to be quite big. And so we're ready to shuffle. Okay. What is going on? Oh my god. We've got quite a few upside down ones again. And we have another card that came out in the first pile. I swear this is shuffled. I shuffle between my cards. The Son of Cups down here. Okay. Some sort of bridge being built between what? Emotions and self. And the guides. You build a bridge between yourself and your guides somehow. Wow, okay, how? Let me see. We got the 9 of Wands here in reverse. Look, the 9 of Wands is someone who's been standing their ground and they're really beat up traditionally in the tarot. But they're still doing it. You know, they're quite tired, but they're still doing it. And this came out in reverse, so you might have been giving up, like you might have given up on something, I'm feeling. This might have, yeah, you might have given up on something as a way of sacrifice. Okay, I'm getting it, sorry. I also need to discern the messages. But with the Hanged Man here, I really like these cards. This is the Sufi Tarot, by the way. With the Hanged Man here, this speaks of sacrifice. Sacrificing in the now to gain long term. To gain on a bigger scale. To gain wisdom. It is always connected to wisdom. The Hanged Man is related to the Buddha. It is related to... wrong language. Now I'm lacking the Odin. Thank you. Odin. Who hung himself from a tree and cut out his eye to gain knowledge. So yeah, there is a sacrifice that happened where you had to give up something where you had already put in a lot of effort in trying to maintain it, to stand up for it. And this could have been in connection to people. This could be friend groups. The 3 of Cups speaks of celebration and with friends, you know, and sharing emotions here, very nicely illustrated with the moon there in the background. And this was in reverse, so might have been the ending of friendships here. Yeah, and what you thought was filling your cup was not filling your cup. The card came out this way. It was actually emptying out of your cup. It was an illusion. It was like an optical illusion. And you recognize this optical illusion. Like the rainbow is one. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. You recognize it for what it was. I've got goosebumps. Oh my God. Do you know what card was under this as I picked this up? Because this was the bottom of the deck. The 5 of Coins. You've recognized it for what it was, which was... It was nothing. It left you destitute. It left you in poverty. It left you empty-handed, emotionally empty, energetically empty. It was just draining. Yes. These people were draining you, whatever this is, whoever this is. But you've recognized this illusion. You've recognized it for what it was. You've recognized that this was someone who might have had good intentions, and this could be someone, this could be a group of people. But yeah, you recognize it for what it was. They weren't giving. They weren't giving. They weren't allowing you to shine. They weren't allowing you to really be that which you are now. Yes. And your spirit guides are proud of you for having gone through this pain of sacrificing what you thought, I think, was something stable, and it wasn't. What do your spirit guides want you to know? Propel to... What do we got here? Freedom, secrets, and karmic message. I mean, this was a lesson and you did it. You figured it out. Like you understand the lesson. You understood it. You got it. You knew they were teaching you something here. They were trying to teach you something with this whole situation. And you got it. Congratulations. That's really awesome, because if you truly understand a lesson, and that will lead to implementing of change in your life automatically. And that leads to growth if you stick with it. And I think you are. Why? Because things were not as they seemed. There might have been secrets that came out about this situation, or even secrets within yourself that you just didn't feel like you could share because you weren't safe. Whatever it was, you are free. You are free and celebrate it. Oh my God, please, please, please celebrate it. You know I'm repeating myself, but pile 1 might have been, and I don't want to put anything in your head, so take this with a grain of salt and see how your intuition reacts to what I'm saying, okay? But I think pile 1 might have been the energy you were in before, and maybe, yeah, before, and this is kind of what you've gotten to, what you've managed to get to. But again, this will not be for everyone. This is a general reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, I offer pre-recorded readings currently. All my contacts for that are going to be in the description. But yeah, let us continue here. I want to get you some guidance. This is already really beautiful. I think your guides just want to let you know that they're proud of you. They're just really proud. Oh my gosh, I get goosebumps. I start to almost cry. Oh, what came out? Guys, justice came out. The scale is balancing out. The scale is balancing out the karma, the dharma. It's balancing out. You learn something, you get something. You don't want to learn, they take something away. It's actually quite simple. If you look at it. And this is being balanced out for you. You deserve every bit of good that is coming your way. I feel called to also read you here what the book has to say, what message comes through. When I do this, I just skim through and I see what needs to be said. Here we go. I, balance, as a universal force, have many things to consider. I must look through time, judging the effect of present actions on future generations. I work through you, presenting opportunities that would benefit many if you choose to heed my call. I am more correctly experienced as enthusiasm or hesitation, depending on the situation at hand and whether the action you contemplate would benefit or harm the whole. Exactly, like karma. Guilt, on the other hand, is often a conglomeration, oh my God, what is this word? Of old rules spoken to you by others and being held in your mind as shoulds or shouldn'ts. I instead work only in the now. I'm your immediate pre-action response to the situation at hand. How you value your experience decrees how that experience would live within you, whether as a burden or an inspiration. Yes, everything is perspective. We can factually say something was bad for us, it made us feel bad. Oh, let me rephrase. We can factually say something made us feel bad. But to say it is overall bad is an objectification of a subjective experience. And to recognize that, and to also take that on and allow yourself to connect with objective experience. Sometimes when you're overwhelmed with your subjective experience, zoom out. You are not this person. What is happening to you is happening for you. That's a perspective that you can take on, right? And if you do, then all the pain is still painful. It doesn't stop hurting, but now it has a meaning. Oh, that was a very powerful message. That was a very powerful message. I'm meant to let you go now and sit with it. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you and your guides. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you want to leave me a comment and let me know. I really appreciate it, genuinely. This is why I do this for. All I want to do is spread love in this world. Alrighty, thank you for sharing your time. I'll see you soon, Pile 2. Bye-bye. Hi there, and welcome to your reading, Pile 3. This is going to be the reading for anyone who felt most drawn to this card, the positive affirmations. It's always a great thing to do, to remind ourselves to be kind to ourselves. Maybe your spirit guides have been noticing you slipping into judgmental wording with yourself rather than compassionate and encouraging. But we will see. What are your spirit guides? Your spirit guides of pile number 3. What do you need us to know right now? Malika of Cups. The Queen of Cups came out. I'm going to show you her in a second. But she's asking me to take another card. This might be specifically a female, older guide trying to speak to you. If you are aware of someone that could be, it is this person, I'm being told. The 3 of Staffs in reverse. Okay, I don't know why it's not fully focusing, but anyway, I still feel like we need to grab another card, because what I'm seeing is we have the Malika of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups, someone who has reached the emotional maturity of it's a very loving mother, very, very loving mother who is always there for their kids, always there for anyone, and just deeply, deeply cares. This deep care. I then asked for an explanation. We got the 3 of Staffs in reverse, the 3 of Wands. This is the card of expansion. So there was a block of expansion. Can we have another explanation for this situation? Because as this is a general reading, it can go in so many directions, and I'm going to try to get a bit more precise on this group's energy. The 8 of Staffs. Oh, this is so interesting. So we have the Queen coming out, and then we have one card saying there is a block from expansion, and we have one card saying no, let's go. Maybe you're being pulled into different directions. You, as someone who's very compassionate and very loving, maybe you're being pulled in between expanding yourself, growing yourself, and just all of the things that keep happening. Like there might have been, I understand. There might have been some sort of a lack of expansion or a loss of expansion for the sake of helping someone else or helping the community. And it doesn't have to be, it can just be your own life, and like there's just so much stuff that keeps coming up and keeps literally bombarding you, like boom, 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 boom. But what, dearest guides, what do you want us to know about this situation? What do you want us to know? Six of Swords. Leaving this behind. Leaving this position behind of this Queen. Oh, interesting. Why was this... Sorry, the Six of Swords. I'm just trying to get into the energy, and this is a very hazy energy. The other piles were much more straightforward. I feel with you, pile 3. Your spirit guides have been trying to reach you, and they're trying to help you look at things a bit differently from a positive perspective, which you might have been lacking. But this is some sort of situation that you left behind, and your spirit guides were right there with you as you left. Do you see the wings? Barely there. The wings were there. You were being guided. You were being cared for. Can we have more, please? Just explaining that one. 7 Staffs. Yeah, there was there was just a lot going on, I think, in your life. You were just taking on so much. You were just taking on too much and you had to let that go. 7 of Cups came out, which tells me that there was just, too many choices. Look at her. If there's too much, it can also not be good. Like, too little is not so good. Too much is also not so good. And this is also the card of illusions. So you could have been left because you noticed there was a sort of a dissolution. Yeah, there was a dissolution because you weren't able to expand. You had to somehow stay where you are, stay where you're at in life, in your own growth for this. What is called to do? To give back. The 6 of Coins. To give back. But are they giving back to people? Because it seems like there was a lot of giving to people that might have been the reason for some sort of a lack for self. Is this giving back to self? Is this giving back to self? Yeah. It is giving back to self. It is not just giving back to self. It is giving in, my friend. Giving in to self. Giving in to your passions. Giving in to what your heart calls you to do. And look how we've got a incense thing there that looks almost identical. Oops, there we go. To the one right there. This might be a confirmation for you is what I'm trying to say. That if you feel this message to be true, then the synchronicity of that is it's no coincidence. I mean, it's a perspective. But if you're on this channel, if you're listening to me, I don't think there is such a thing as coincidence. Everything always happens as it has to. Yeah, but what I'm getting is this is giving back to yourself. You are a very loving person. You're a very giving person, and that's amazing. We need those kind of people in this world. We need people who are able to not only take care of themselves but others, because the human being is not stagnant. We have times when we are doing better, when we are not doing so good, and it's always amazing to be able to help one another in those moments. And you've done that. You've done your fair share of it, and now you're being asked to look at self and look at all the things, all your positive qualities. Your spirit guides really want you to look at all of these beautiful, beautiful things that make you you. What else? So loving. You're so loving. Yeah. Karma. Trust in karma. What is karma? It is but the spiritual equivalent of action, reaction, of the law of action and reaction. I know there's a name for the law. I don't remember, okay? But it just means in one way or another, everything that happens is weighed. It is recorded, it is seen. And if you take from one piece, then it will have to come out on the other end at some point as well. So trusting that all that you have put out, it will be returned to you. It can only be returned to you if your intention, and not just your intention, but if you're practicing this love from a place of love, if you're doing what you do from a place of love and compassion and just truly seeing yourself and the other person, seeing your oneness, the oneness that you share. Because it's not just, empathy isn't just, oh, I can see how this makes you sad. It's seeing this oneness, seeing that whatever feeling this person is feeling is yours to carry too, if you wanted to. And I think you're learning to discern when you should and you shouldn't. Because you might be carrying words. This is also what I'm hearing. You might be carrying negative words, negative affirmations from the people around you in your life. This could be growing up. This can be just in general. People are not very nice if they don't practice self-awareness. Ultimately, you hear my little dog. He's getting comfy, my mister. Anyway, but so countering negative self-belief with positive self-belief by consciously putting putting in the effort to listening to positive affirmations, or when you catch yourself saying, "Oh, you idiot." You know, we all got those moments. And then just to say, "I know, you're not an idiot. You're not an idiot. You're actually a fucking genius." And just counter it. Your spirit guides just want you to recognize that you deserve everything you give. You will get it back. They want you to know. Oh my God, so much karma. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is all good though, okay? It's not a bad thing. What does this mean? It means that these lessons that you had to learn most likely were with someone else. This can be multiple people, this can be any sort of relationship, but most likely it was a romantic relationship. But it doesn't have to. I'm feeling for some of you, this is parental figures specifically. But yeah, karmic relationships, karma is always here to teach us. That is what karma is for. It's a teacher. It's the tool of the universe, let's call it, or a law of physics. I don't know. We don't know. I'm also like, don't listen to me and think about what I'm saying. Don't take me for face value, okay? That's not what we're doing here. We're trying to train you to practice some more introspection. But yeah, karmic relationships, they can be very intense. They can be emotionally very turbulent, because they're trying to rile us up. They're trying to rile us up for us to see ourselves, to see the patterns, to see how we need to grow out of this. Why did things happen as they did? So maybe there's some sort of a relationship that you're being asked to work through, specifically in therapy, I'm hearing. Because, I mean, that's fair. Like, we should all be in therapy at all times. Just to have people to talk to about this stuff, because it is difficult sometimes to face ourselves, and to have someone that you know you can, who's going to point the mirror towards you when you can't look at it. It's very helpful. Yeah, and I'm also hearing you might have felt like you were trying to get this person or these people to see what you were seeing. Oh, and now I feel about the empathy coming up again, right? And they didn't. And you know, like, it's not your job. It's not your job. You can hold up the mirror. If they close their eyes, what you gonna do? You know? But move on. And you did. You moved on. You released it. Okay, one more of these, and that came out fast. I wanted to go to the next cards, and this one just came out. It was definitely confirmation. Calm. Take a breather, my friend. You've reached calmer waters. The Six of Swords is always the card, yes, about leaving, but it is leaving for calmer waters, entering calmer waters, you know. So your spirit guides just want you to know they're there. They're taking care of you. They're watching over you, and they were there with you when you went through these lessons, and they will continue to be there with you. So be calm, my friend. Be calm, my sweet, and know that you are dearly cared for. Dearly cared for. And the karma you've acquired is looking good. So yeah, this is the reading in itself already. This is your first positive affirmation, my friend. You're doing amazing, and continue. And thank you for being who you are. If you need to listen to positive affirmations, guess it's got a whole playlist. You can check it out. Would love to have you. And if you're ever curious on personal reading, I'm currently offering pre-recorded readings. Yeah, you can reach out if you're interested. The contact is in the description. These three, this is too much. We have to get just one. Your spirit guides really want you to talk to them more. They're trying to like keep me talking, but my guides need me to take a break. So I'm going to take a break, but they really want you to talk to them more. So do that. And this can be through readings, this can be in your mind, this can be whatever you want it to be, okay? It's the trust and the belief. Blend, temperance. Wow, yeah. This is, it's just, it still freaks me out. I've been doing tarot for 15 years? 15 years, guys. Oh my God. And it still freaks me out how on point things are and how the synchronicities and the confirmations as we go through the reading. We have the temperance card coming out, the blend card, right? The balancing of things, finding balance, which you had to do. Finding balance between boom, 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 giving, or people expecting so much and you're like, okay, I gotta do all this stuff. And then this like, then there's not enough for me. Like I need to give myself. And now you're finding this balance. And that is also what you've put out is going to come back to you now because of all the karma, the positive karma, the dharma that you've acquired. But yeah, that's your message. And I'm going to look into the book as I did with the other two. Excuse me, can you? Guys, there's so many flies right now. I need to find some sort of solution for this. But there's so many flies at the moment. And I don't like when they touch me. Not that they're gross, like, you know, they're a being like everything else. It's just their little feeties. I did the sensation. Okay, I don't know why I'm telling you this. If you don't like flies. I like them. It's just not for me. This is the message for you that maybe recognizing that you can love anything. You can love anything and you can love anyone. It doesn't mean you should. It doesn't mean you will. And that is a-okay. I am the rainbow, calling you to relax and allow the perfect blending of all that is within you. I am the mixer of the beautiful elixir. My colors create all that is your world. And in you I work to create a clarity of thinking that will lead you to the ultimate union with oneness. I combine your ideas, ideals, and experiences into an arrow of truth and aim it at the only target. Let me do my work. You know what this target is, right? It is spreading love. It is being love. It is embracing your truest form. Allowing yourself to be. Taking care of yourself. Loving yourself. How can you be loved if you don't love yourself? What does RuPaul say? How the hell are you gonna love someone else if you can't love yourself? You need to love yourself. Because you are everything that is. And the cosmic will works through you. Yet you must assume total responsibility for every thought and action. You are guided, right? You have a mission and a purpose. Yet you function with complete free will as an independent agent. You're constantly channeling the universal life force into the world through your patterns of thought and image. Yes, you are the actor. You are the stage. You are the play itself. You're all that is. But recognize that you are the one who makes the choices. So it's your choice to take back when you are giving too much. It is your choice to give more when you feel you didn't give enough. In whichever direction it is. But I think for you, Pile 3, this is about yourself. Invest in yourself, not just others, my dear. Because you need to stick around longer. We need you around. We need people like you. So take care of yourself, okay? Thank you so much if you made it up to this point. This was so lovely. And I thank the guides as well for helping us get these messages across. And I hope to see you soon, my dearest. Bye-bye.